All right, we're back. So, who do you think? We got BSD Benoit Saint Denis versus Benil Dariush.
I like Benil. He's a veteran. He can take a licking, keep on sticking. You know what they say.
Thought this was turning into a watch commercial for a second.
No, man. I'm not sponsored by Timex.
I'm gonna take the opposite side. I'm gonna go Benoit Saint Denis. I think Benoit's gonna overwhelm Benil, and like how Charles Oliveira did in their fight, and BSD is gonna get the TKO victory.
TKO. Which round do you think that might happen in?
I don't know. I'm gonna go first or second. I'm not sure. Let's go second.
So, based on that, I'm gonna say if Benil hangs on after the second round, he might get a finish in the third.
So you're gonna
Because I've seen BSD fade. I think that's what happened in the Poirier fight. He got tired and then he got hit.
Yep. He tends to explode in the early rounds, especially the first round, and he kind of has to get the job done. So I'll go
Yeah, if you can avoid the finish in the first couple rounds, he's there for the taking.
in the last. I could see that if Benny can just hang on in the first
But that is a tall ask.
part of the fight. It is a big ask, and he's been out of the octagon for a while. So how is he gonna look?
He hasn't been consistent in the last few years. BSD has been active.
BSD's been active. This will be his fifth fight in the last couple of years. All right, next up we got Leon Edwards, Carlos Prates. I just want some Bitcoin. Do you like a Bitcoin? Moicano want money.
All of that.
What do you think?
They both have 22 wins. Edwards has 2 fewer losses. Where is this happening? Where are they doing this?
The fights? New York City, Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
I think this is another case of like the feeding incoming contender to more of a seasoned veteran. And Leon Edwards isn't even like that old. He's only 34. So he's still kind of his prime. But he's had a few losses in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Or
you want to talk about his season, I think Sean Brady peppered him pretty well. They fought.
Yeah. Sean Brady's wrestling, it was too much for Leon. To be fair, Leon was preparing for a different opponent. And he was not preparing for a grappler like Brady. Being said, I think Leon is hungry. He wants to make a comeback. But I think Carlos Prates is striking, and his unpredictability is it's going to be tough to deal with for Leon.
Yeah, sometimes a guy on the way up meets a guy who starts to decline.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to say a guy is declining. Like you say, he's not that old in the game yet.
No.
He's only 34. He's only a couple years older.
Yeah.
So, has he fallen off? That's the question. Is he going to be the Leon Edwards of old, or is he going to be old Leon Edwards?
Right. Exactly. It's a question that needs to be answered on Saturday night because Leon has reached a mountaintop. He's been a champion in the sport. He's defended his title, and he's at a point now where he's taking a couple of back-to-back losses.
And this is
the crossroads.
UFC's cutting people who are popular fighters lately.
Yeah, no.
You rack up a few losses, your career is not safe there.
It's not. And not only is it not safe there, you're not the same fighter. You see a lot of guys who go on losing streaks. They never get back to their winning ways. And it's kind of a slippery slope. And they say it's like super to get back to championship once you lose that belt.
Yeah, it's hard to get the championship, and it's even harder to keep it.
Yeah.
And then when you lose it, it's hard to get it back.
It's almost impossible, yeah.
The game everybody watching you once you got there has seen everything you could do. They watched all the tapes on you. They know what you got, and then they saw how you could be beat. So, what else can you do? That's what's left. That's what Leon Edwards has. He's like, does he have anything left to prove, and does he have anything left in the tank?
Yeah. The questions he needs to answer, or that need to be answered on. And with Carlos, I think he's also hungry to prove a point and wants to bring the fight straight to Leon and try to build on the momentum of spinning elbow knockout he had his last fight. So I think they're both coming at it from different points of view and different motivation factors. With that being said, who do you think is going to get the dub, and what do you think the outcome is going to be?
I like Leon Edwards, but he's got a tough opponent in front of him. So I think Carlos could take it.
Okay. I could see that. I could definitely see that. And Carlos, I want to say he has a longer reach. Yeah, he has 4 inch um reach. He's built different. I haven't seen many fighters that are built like Carlos Prates. He's built limbs. Yes, I think Prates by KO.
Oh yeah, he's in the arms.
He's very long, yeah. Which was to Sean Brady, Michael Morales. Ooh, that's a good fight. Sean Brady, Michael Morales.
See,
Who you got? Because you got Sean Brady, who's basically the human turtle.
yeah,
You got a he's a big back fighter. You ever seen a big back fighter? That's Sean Brady.
yeah. So these guys have 18 wins. The only loss on Sean Brady's record is a stoppage at the hands of Bilal Muhammad.
Future champion Bilal Muhammad.
So was it an early stoppage? That's the question that remains.
Yeah.
He fought back, but he wasn't given the chance.
It was stopped on the feet.
Yeah. So
He's taking a lot of unanswered blows.
yeah, so you could very well justify that stoppage.
Yeah. He was too big to fall down.
Yeah.
he just still ate all them shots. And the ref was like, I have to stop
Yeah,
this.
you can just turtle up and take it.
Yeah, no, being said, Sean Brady, great fighter, great grappling, got hands, and
He has evolved since that one loss.
he has evolved. He has evolved. Mean against Leon.
Oh yeah.
He Khabib-esque, like the way he just would not get off Leon.
He like a world beater in that
fight. Oh, he looked amazing in that fight. Michael is no slouch though. That kid is undefeated. I say kid because I'm sure he's 26. Younger. He's 26.
Yeah, he's 6 younger than Sean Brady.
26 years old.
He's 4 inches taller with a 7-inch reach advantage. That's gonna be a problem.
Huge problem.
He is undefeated, whereas Sean Brady is not. So
yeah, that's a point. Sean Brady has tasted loss inside the octagon, whereas Michael hasn't.
Yeah. So could be 19-1 after this fight, making Morales 18-1, or Morales could be 19-0, making Brady 18-2.
Or here's another outcome: someone gets poked in the end.
Yeah.
I'm not even going.
No decision.
No contest, baby.
No contest, or.
And then we find out Michael Morales bet on himself to poke himself in the head. Oh, man.
3 rounds to a draw. How about that?
That's funny. No, I think in all seriousness, I think Michael Morales is going to get it done simply because he just fighter, man. He goes in there to fight somebody. Like, he goes in there to kill you. Like, look at his wins. He TKO'd Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, he's got 18 wins.
TKO'd Neil Magny.
18 wins and only 4 have gone to decision. 1 was a submission. The other 13 were knockouts.
That's crazy. Crazy stat.
TKO Gilbert Burns, Neil Magny got a decision win over Jake Matthews, decision over Max Griffin. So yeah, the gun
fight. Yeah, I'm taking Michael Morales. Give me Michael. I'm gonna say KO.
He Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
Chimaev that, and now he's middleweight champ. So, it made math. That's a first round TKO.
Come on. To be fair, that Gilbert in 2021 or 22, whenever he fought Khamzat, not the same Gilbert as the one that fought Michael.
Right.
But it's still Gilbert Burns. And Michael Morales knocked him out. I think he's going to do the same for Sean Brady. And that being said, Sean Brady's a great fighter. It's going to be a great fight. But I got Michael Morales to get the job done. And I'm going to go as far as to say it's going to be a KO TKO.
Yeah. I can see how that could happen with a record like that. Speaks for itself.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the next fight? You got the co-main event, the GOAT Valentina Shevchenko taking on Weili Zhang, who's moving up from, what is it, strawweight 115?
I believe so, yeah.
To become a double champ by challenging the flyweight champion, the aforementioned Valentina Shevchenko, also known as the Bullet.
Okay, so you look at Shevchenko's record. She has that loss to Alexa Grasso. She has 2 losses to Amanda Nunes and 1 to Liz Carmouche back in the day before they were even in the UFC.
Yeah.
So, schedule, does that come into play here? She fought some...
Shevchenko's fought everybody.
Yeah. She fought everybody.
And she's beaten almost everybody. And those Nunes losses are debatable. Some people think Shevchenko won them. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I think my girl Valentina gonna get the job done. I think she's too big for Weili. And I think her reach advantage, her grappling, everything is gonna come into a factor. Sure, Weili has the speed, the athleticism, Weili's faster, maybe. But I don't know, man. I think Valentina's too much for Weili.
I can see that because let's see what was this? This is
125. Wait.
this is 125. She's moving up from 115. Shevchenko fought Nunes at 135.
She did. And she held her own and
Yeah.
arguably won.
Yeah, like he said, she won. But yeah, that's a problem. Somebody who's smaller moving up against somebody who's bigger.
Yeah. Speaking of, we have a main event.
Shevchenko could very well be a bantamweight. She could probably even contend at featherweight if UFC brought that division back.
Oh, my mom and her coach slash boyfriend will be in the back, like, yeah, can contend anywhere.
Yeah, she's a hell of a kickboxer.
Shout out Valentina, she's a hell of a kickboxer.
She can also submit people. Her grappling ability. She's a hell of a grappler.
She's a hell of a grappler. She submitted people. She's on the ground. You saw how she did against not El Grasso, but the other fighter. She had a fight and did well against them in the second fight.
Yeah, I did.
Grasso.
I did see that. I like to watch Valentina fight.
And her striking is next level too. That being said, I got Valentina. Do you have Valentina or Weili? What are you thinking?
I like Valentina, but if this fight goes on for a long time, it's a 5-rounder. You saw what she did to she swelled up her forehead.
Yeah, the hematoma or the didn't Joanna fight Weili too? And Weili, or am I tripping?
That's what I'm talking about. Joanna got her head busted. Like her head was hematomas.
Yeah,
in that fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Weili's a mean fighter.
There's some Chinese fireworks in those gloves, man.
No, for sure. Weili's a fighter, no doubt about it.
But Valentina gonna be too big for her. That's gonna
dang, yeah. Valentina's just gonna be a little too big, too strong for her. And if the fight touches the ground, I think Valentina has a huge advantage. And
I that much of a weight cut for her this time. So
yeah,
does that give Weili the advantage because she's not cutting
more
weight?
Stamina? Yeah,
she might have more stamina going in here.
I could see that.
She doesn't have to rehydrate as much.
I could see that. My only pushback would be like, have seen her get tired, like in the later rounds. Valentina, I mean, seen or she has cardio.
She has cardio.
She has cardio, right? She'll be able to keep up. I think is going to happen.
She trains at altitudes and any weather. She's a
yeah.
She has cardio.
Cardio phase.
What's the age there? This one.
They're only a year apart. They're
37 and 36.
Yeah, they're not that different in age. But
there's a 3.5-inch reach advantage for Shevchenko.
For Shevchenko, yeah. And I'm sure she's taller too, right?
Just an inch.
Okay. That I think I'm leaning towards Shevchenko by decision. What do you think?
Those losses from Weili's record, who were those two? One of those was Rose, right?
Yeah, she lost Rose, and they had 2 fights or 3 fights.
Rose knocked her out with a head kick, and
she did,
and then took a split decision in the rematch.
Yeah.
So she's been on a tear since that loss.
Yeah, that was like her after those losses. She kind of
to let the world know she wasn't done.
The next level. No, exactly.
Her got a second win after that loss to Rose.
Yeah, Rose up in a way.
Losses, yeah.
By now she woke her up and gave her sent her to the next level. Okay, said I think Shevchenko by decision. JDM, our event, the moment we've all been waiting for. Alright, I'm not gonna do the whole thing.
It's time.
Okay, yeah. So versus JDM, this is the one.
Bruce Buffer.
Shout out Bruce Buffer, the GOAT. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. This is the one that we've been having conversations about because it's a former number one pound for pound fighter in Islam Makhachev, moving from lightweight, not just moving, but like relinquishing his belt and saying, hey, I'm going to gamble on this. I'm going to take a chance on myself and try to become a double champion and moving up to welterweight. But he's not just fighting anybody at welterweight. He's fighting 3-name Jack, JDM, the Australian down under,
Jack Della
Maddalena.
That's
a mouthful. It makes me want to punch a wall after I say that. Jack Della Maddalena. All right. So what do you feel about this fight? This is a very intriguing matchup.
Jack's a scrapper. He's going there ready to defend his belt. He's gonna go ready to fight 5 rounds, and he might have to, because Islam can finish fights.
Yeah.
But he always. We don't know. It's been a while since I've checked the record actually, but I know he finished. So you have to watch out. Don't give Islam your neck, because you'll get choked out.
He'll snatch it
from any position, whether it's a darce, a guillotine, a triangle, arms, whatever, and you'll go to sleep. He trains with arguably the greatest of all time, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Those Dagestani guys are on another level. So I'd say it'd be unwise to bet against him. He's moving up. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He doesn't have a belt anymore, but he wants one. He wants Jack's belt, and I think he might get it.
That being said, put all your money on Jack. No.
yeah. Anybody I think is gonna win probably loses.
Whatever the opposite of what Dave just said is.
You're going up against a bigger guy. You're moving up. Really, you're just not cutting that weight, so you're more ready to fight than you were before.
No, those were some great points you made, because this main event is kind of a version of the co-main event.
Yeah.
Where you have one fighter moving up to a larger weight division, and you wonder how that's going to turn out. And when Volkanovski moved up to lightweight and he got turned back quick.
Yeah.
And you wonder,
it doesn't always go in their favor. We saw it when Izzy moved up to light heavyweight.
Yeah. Jankovic just like wrapped him around and was like, yeah, I'm going to smother you now. Like,
when the bigger opponents have better grappling, it's hard to move up in weight and the difference.
It is. And what a difference it is when you talk about lightweight to welterweight. That's a 15-pound difference. And that's not nothing.
No, it's not.
So everything you said about Islam, like he trains with the GOAT, arguably, in Khabib, and you got a great fight camp. Islam lost the fight since that one fight loss he had early in his career in the UFC, and
it was he
loss.
got knocked out. So it can be done.
Yeah, shout out Adriano Martin, aka the lightweight Pantoja. That's what they call him, because someone was like, "When did Islam fight Alexander Pantoja?" We were like, they're not in the same weight class."
Yeah, so he is human. We see he can be hit and he can be knocked out.
Yeah,
and he's going up against a bigger guy who can hit
hard. We've seen Jack knock out opponents, and he's very clinical with his striking. Jack doesn't just like throw. He throws seems to have a purpose to it, you know. And you're facing that kind of power, how are you going to do? Because if you've been knocked out before, you know what your brain remembers. So when things get too tough, I'm going to turn this bitch off. Like, and what it is, like, and I've been knocked out, not in a fight, but I got knocked out playing soccer once because I got into a collision, and I remember what I like. I literally,
your brain remembers.
Yeah, but left is just like darkness, and time passes, and you open your eyes, and there are people around you, and it's like, why is everybody around me? But being like, we saw Islam get hit, get knocked down. We saw that against Volk. We saw that against Destin. Like, we've seen him in trouble, and I wonder how he's gonna do when he most likely gets in trouble against Jack. Because Jack knows how to find a target most times, and we've seen him do it, you know?
Come down to fight IQ. Who do you think is a smarter fighter?
Yeah, who's going to make mistakes first and more mistakes, and who's going to get punished for it, you know? Fought Bilal and showed great takedown defense, so we know he can defend takedowns. Can he defend Islam's takedowns and stay defending them? That's another question.
I saw a picture of Islam this week before the weigh-ins, and he looks jacked.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's done any exercise to protect his eyeballs. If he gets poked, kiss your bets goodbye on this main event.
Oops, I did it again. That's hilarious. No, I think, man, knock on wood that doesn't happen, because them eye pokes is getting on my nerves. Bro, one time Aspinall was like, I can't see. I was like, we didn't want to call this fight.
It is against the rules to lead with your fingers, because you will put a guy in the eyes.
Yeah.
So just do that, like, distance. How far away is my fist? Yeah. With my fist. You don't need to use your fingers for that. When you put your fingers out, you're trying to blind your opponent.
Right. It's the nature of the gloves, too, that they have no the fingers are exposed, so your instinct is to just do that. And I just
Jim Miller
yeah
has had more fights in the UFC than anybody. Check Jim Miller's record. See how many times he's poked a motherfucker in the eyes.
yeah none yeah. Shout out Miller, he's a veteran of the sport too.
No eye pokes. Hall of Famer Jim Miller.
Yeah,
Never anyone in the eyes.
yeah, they cut that out.
You get these guys, John Jones and Cyril Gahn.
They got to cut
Some of
that
these
out.
other fighters, they lead with their fingers and they know that's against the rules.
Yeah,
But there's really no punishment for it. The first time you say, "Oh, it was an accident," you blinded a guy.
right.
The second time, what do they take a point?
Maybe you start fighting with goggles on. Maybe you start doing it like swim class. All right, you got your gloves on. All right, let's see those goggles. You can do a little.
Yeah, they check your cup before
Yeah.
you get there.
Yeah,
They check your gloves and make sure your hands are wrapped.
yeah.
They can check your goggles.
They
and make
knock
sure.
on the goggles, make sure they're real.
But once you start to sweat, everything gets kind of
Does get foggy.
the practicality of that comes into play, and
Yeah,
that the risk outweighs the reward.
it does. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it fundamentally changed the sport to see fighters with goggles on. Can you imagine? They're gonna have rules against goggle grabbing.
They might as well just put on a mask that you can
Yeah.
see through.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have them wearing masks during,
Style mask, except you can
Yeah.
see there's like a covered eye and you can see through it. And that
Yeah.
way you get poked in the eyes.
Right. That's what people thought was gonna happen when they partner with WWE. They're like they're gonna have fighters coming out with masks on and stuff.
It happened in Pride. They could bring it back.
Hmm.
Kane Velasquez with a mask on in WWE.
Hell yeah! Shout out Cain Velasquez.
Velasquez.
Free Kane. Free Kane also sounds like something you yell at a party. Hey, I got some free Kane if you want some free what?
Sugar cane.
figure
I've
you
been to Indian parties. They have free sugar cane juice at those parties
Heck
sometimes.
yeah. Heck, shout out the juice. What is it?
Yeah.
Sugarcane juice?
You
I
put
like
the sugar cane in a juicer.
Mix of sugarcane juice.
Yeah,
Heck,
really sweet.
I love us turning into a culinary podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to sugarcane.
If you need some carbs to rehydrate after a strong workout in a fight camp, sugar cane.
Juice. Oh yeah, like Floyd he drink like a Coca-Cola after he trains
Oh, yeah.
sometimes. 'Cause
George
he's like,
St.
I
Pierre
need the sugar.
drank Cokes too.
Hell yeah.
That was his one of his vice during fight camps.
I didn't know that.
He was still drinking sodas.
Yeah, you gotta get the sugar. Okay, so we got a 5-year age gap between Jack and Islam. Jack is 29, Islam is 34. Height is about the same. Jack is slightly taller at 5'9", with Islam being 5'8". And then weight, Jack has a 3-inch reach advantage over Islam, or 2.5, I should say, reach advantage over Islam.
3 inches is a lot.
That's not nothing. That's
I mean,
significant.
at that, if you're 5'9", 3 inches is a lot.
That's significant.
I'm not 5'9". I'm a little taller than that myself. So
All right, quit bragging. No.
I'm 5'10", I think.
Yeah, that I think Jack's size. What?
I'm saying I don't think 3 inches is that much of a difference. It's not a lot.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not that big. So if this closes the distance, he'll take you down. He'll wrap you up. He'll choke you out, and he will make you submit. If you go to sleep, it's either or nap, or if he gets a limb, it's tap or snap.
That's fair.
These Dagestanis how to wrestle. Once they got you down, it's
They're
over.
great grapplers. They're elite
Yeah.
grapplers for sure. To be fair,
There's-
speaking of elite grappling, JDM has been training with Craig Jones, right? And Craig Jones is an elite grappler.
Yeah,
He knows how to wrap him up and nap him.
yeah. Wrap them,
Nap him.
tap or snap, all of that, and then the ground and pound becomes a threat at that point. Once you're down.
Hell yeah.
So who has better ground game?
I mean, this Islam,
Yeah,
obviously, but I think JDM's striking is superior to Islam's, and I think JDM will have enough of a grappling defense to survive against Islam's.
yeah. And if it does come out on top, is he back on the number one pound for pound spot? Is he greatest of all time for moving up? Because he's a student of Khabib, and people question Khabib's record because he never moved up.
Yeah, I mean, right at that point, you got to say, oh yeah, he's the because or at least in the
he came back from that loss and he was just better.
undefeated after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, would put him at number 1 pound for pound. But.
Yeah, and in conversations, if he beats JDM and then stays there and defends that title, so
Yeah,
that's moving up, taking on JDM. Can it be done?
yeah, it's a tough challenge. I think if anyone can do it, it's Islam. But I don't, because Jack is also has he
He's taller. It's harder than anything he's ever seen before.
right? Because yeah, he's 18-2, but he's undefeated in the UFC. That's what it is. Okay, and yeah, he's way harder than any of the previous opponents that Islam has had, and even Khabib has acknowledged that Jack is Islam's toughest opponent.
That could be a middleweight if he wanted to.
Yeah,
and now got a lightweight fighting him.
yeah.
So yeah, the power into play at that point. Who's stronger?
100%. And I think it's just a little too strong for Islam right now. And he's like in his, so go JDM by I don't know either. I can't tell finish or decision, but I do think he'll get the win.
I don't like a decision for a bigger guy defending his belt against a smaller guy. Because we saw with Volkanovski moving up to fight Islam, I thought Volkanovski could have taken the decision.
Yeah.
He's a guy, he goes up and he doesn't. He took everything Islam had and he kept moving forward and was on top of him, pounding him at the end of the fight.
Pause.
Actually, I think Islam had his back. But yeah, he could win.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You could either way. And,
I agree.
And a guy that's smaller, moving up in weight, taking the fight to you, that says more about him than it does you, because you can beat him and you're supposed to be.
No, I get it.
If you're looking at the argument on paper, the bigger guy, he's taller, he weighs more, he has a reach advantage, he's younger.
Yeah, yeah.
He has every advantage. So if he to a decision, it could go either way because what did he do? Unless he dominates all these rounds.
Yeah. I mean, but what Islam did against Alex, he didn't dominate, but he was pretty comfortable in most of those rounds.
Right.
So he looked like the better fighter, but Alex had bigger moments because Alex dropped Islam and at the end was like almost about to win,
Because at the end of the day, it's a fight. You got to go out there and look like you want to finish your opponent.
Yeah.
That's the guy. The better fighter to me is the guy who
brings the fight.
Yeah, he brings the fight.
Yeah.
He's aggressive in his opponent.
Yeah.
He tries to fight in any way he can, not just, I'm going to hold you up against the fence
and hope for the best.
Outpoint you in these rounds.
No, I get what you're saying. And I agree. And I think that
you want to see a finish.
Yeah, 100%. In fight, I think both guys are going to bring it.
Oh, yeah.
And what's on the line. And I think it's going to be a very exciting matchup. Even when it gets to the ground, I think it's going to be a lot of scraps. I don't think Jack is going to accept it quickly. I think he's going to try to get up on his feet as quickly as possible and keep the fight on the feet.
Yeah, because you need the position, you give up the points and give up the round.
Yes.
And if you just lay there and accept your position, then the round goes the other way and you end up losing the fight against a guy who didn't hurt you.
Exactly. You're just kind of
yeah, so he's not going to do that.
Yeah, I think he'll be a little bit more aggressive and be able to keep the fight standing. I don't know. And I'm leaning towards finish just with how sharp striking is. I think he's going to touch him with something and build on that and end up finding the finish later in the rounds, maybe the 4th or the 5th. Or later in the fight, I should say. What do you think?
I can see that happening. He is wild in the end.
Yeah.
Leaves himself up. It's rocked.
Yeah.
And then finished.
I could see that too. And I have Jack by finish in the 4th. Final answer.
I would not be surprised if Islam wins, but what you're saying also seems like a plausible scenario.
Yeah. So, trust me, I wouldn't be surprised if Islam submits him in the 1st or 2nd.
Right, yeah. Just wraps him up, takes him down, darces him to sleep.
Yeah. Just head and arm choke.
Yeah.
And Jack totally see that outcome happening too. But that's anything else you wanted to add?
Protect yourself at all
times. And get some swim goggles, bro. You never know who's going to poke you in the eye.
Wear rubbers. I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. But honesty, we're trying to do this like what, once a month for the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So another episode for you guys. We're gonna keep the content going. Subscribe to Kuttin Loose Network. You already know what's going on. My name is Mareg. This is Dave. We have been Fight Nights Kuttin Loose. All right.
Maybe a dental dam or